Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yesterday we talked about what is the real name of Abdul Muttalib. And I told you that his real name was Shaybatul Hamd. That's his full name. Shayba was his given name. And back in those days, with a name, sometimes they would add an attribute or an adjective. So Shaybatul Hamd was his name. Similarly, Abdul Muttalib is the son of Hashim. I told you that Hashim's name was Amr. Hashim's name was Amr. And his full name was Amarul Ula. But he became more famous as Hashim, as Abdul Muttalib, whose real name was Shayba or Shaybatul Hamd, became more famous as Abdul Muttalib. The question that came in yesterday was that the wife of Hashim, Salma, from Yathrib, who was the mother of Abdul Muttalib. Some of you ask, we have heard or we have read that she was actually a Jewish woman. So that way, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through Quraysh, had the Banu Ismail's blood, and through Salma, the great grandmother of Prophet Muhammad, she had a Jewish blood. Now let's do some research into this, that whether she was indeed a Jewish or not. Now, I told you yesterday that Salma was from a tribe of Banu Najjar, which is a branch of Khazraj. That's why when Prophet ﷺ migrated to Medina, the people of Banu Najjar wanted Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to settle among them. And they were saying that since we are related to you and so closely related to you that your great grandmother was from Banu Najjar, then you must settle here. And the Prophet ﷺ said, I would love to, however, the thing is this, that my camel is ma'mura, it has been ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that wherever it sits, that is where I will stay. So, now comes the question that, okay, why Hashim married Salma? Now, Salma was a very, very strong woman. Socially, economically, she was a wealthy business woman. And that's why when Hashim sent in the proposal for Salma, Salma accepted it, however, on her own conditions, that she will never leave Yathrib. She will stay here and manage her affairs, and Hashim can come and visit her. And Hashim agreed to that. This was Hashim's fifth wife. Now, some historians are of the view that Abdul Muttalib was not the only child from this marriage. Marriage lasted a few years, and Hashim didn't die right away. And there was another child by the name of Ruqayyah that was born from this wedlock. However, we do not know much about her. Most of the historians are of the view that Hashim was visiting Yathrib, and he used to visit Yathrib before, and he was fond of Salma, and one year he proposed to her, and that is the year that they got married. Hashim stayed in Medina for a few days, and because because of that stay, she became pregnant with Abdul Muttalib. Then Hashim went on his affairs towards Syria, and this most probably was summer, and that's when the people of Arabia used to go north in summer, because the summers are cooler, and down south in winter, because winters are better or milder in south. Anyway, and Hashim died in Gaza, and that was the only time they met, and they only had one child. Apart from that, let's get to why people are of the view and how we will defend that she was not Jewish. Now, she is from Banu Najjar. Banu Najjar is from Khazraj, is a sub-tribe of Khazraj. And Khazraj is a tribe from Yemen. And Yemenis are not Jewish. Now you will argue that, well, you did talk about that Yemen became a Jewish state. Yes, we talked about that. Yemen became a Jewish state. But when did that happen? That happened after the last Tubba. And when did Khazraj left Yemen? Way before the last Tubba. Khazraj, Khuza'a, Aus, they were settled outside of the Yemen, and so were Juzam and Lakham and Kinda and many other tribes. They were settled outside of Yemen way before the Yemen or the parts of the Yemen became Jewish. So it is not possible historically that Khazraj came out as a Jewish tribe outside of Yemen. And those who stayed back in Yemen and became Jewish, they accepted Judaism as a religion. They were not from the lineage of Sayyidina Ishaq alayhi salam, because these were what? These are Yemenis. These were not one of those 12 tribes of Bani Israel. So also, some people say, well, when Abdul Muttalib went and met Saif after the destruction of Abraha and his sons, when Masruq lost and it became a Persian province, Abdul Muttalib went to meet Saif to give him congratulations. And Saif at that time, oh, you are the son of our brother, our sister Salma, and greeted him. And Saif was Jewish. Well, Saif greeted Abdul Muttalib on the grounds of a Yemeni background from his mother's side, not on the ground of the Jewish background, because Abdul Muttalib was not Jewish. So that doesn't make sense to call him Jewish at that point or having a Jewish lineage. Now, so we understood that Khazraj came out of Yemen when Yemenis were still pagans. And Salma, the other doubt people have, well, Salma was a businesswoman. So can only Jewish people be business people? Can not other people in Arabia do business? Or have a established economic, social freedom of some sort? And also, if you look at the lineage of Salma from the father's side and mother's side, from both sides she is from Banu Najjar. It is Salma, the daughter of Amr, the daughter of Zayd, the daughter of Labid, and that is from Banu Najjar, which is from Khazraj. And from the mother's side, she is the daughter of Umayrah, who is the daughter of Sakhar, who is the son of Habib, who is the son of Harith, who is the son of Tha'laba, who is the son of Mazin, who is the son of, from the Banu Najjar. So, either way, from mother's side or father's side, she is purely a from Khazraj, from Banu Khazraj, from and Banu Khazraj were pagans for the most part that we know of. And then some historians are of the view that, okay, when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Medina, there was a charter of Medina that was signed, and we see in that charter of Medina the Jewish of Banu Najjar is a little clause in that charter. So then what do you say about that? Well, the entire Banu Najjar never accepted Judaism. There may be a handful of people here and there. Like there were Jews of Aus. There are a handful of people here and there who might have accepted Judaism at some point in time. But that they were doing Jewish practices. They were not Jewish by blood, because Banu Najjar are a branch of Khazraj, and Khazraj is from Yemen. They're not from any of the tribes of the Israelites. So practicing Judaism and being a Jewish by blood are two different things. So that's why that claim has appeared in some of the books. I don't know what is the rationale behind it. Maybe to soften hearts towards one thing or the other. Maybe politically driven in these times. We don't know. However, we do not find in any account that she was of Jewish origin. And she was purely a Yemeni origin person and not following the Judaism. And the Khazraj came out of Yemen way before the Judaism became the center religion in Yemen. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. And inshallah, next time we'll talk more about some of the other questions that are lining up, in case if no other question arises from existing lectures. Till next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Now comes another question, like some of you are asking, like, why are you taking these new questions and why are you not attending the old questions that have been pending for almost a month or so? The reason is that we have picked up a topic. We want to talk about that topic and clear all the confusions, like a discussion, and then only move on to the next topic after that, so that it becomes clearer to you what we're talking about. And then you can build on top of it. The idea is that we are using these lectures as building blocks or different pieces of puzzles to put in and fill the gaps. Again, if you are watching this on TikTok, in case TikTok gets banned in the US, please visit our YouTube channel, subscribe to it so that you do not miss our future videos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.